Hello, everyone, and welcome in, Snyder basketball fans. This is another edition of Take 3, Snyder Coaches Basketball Show. As always, head coach Jeremy Rosh is with us. We got an outstanding player with us as well as an Issac Farnsworth. Coach, let's start here today. You had a chance to start off with a scrimmage. You get to see your ins and outs of your players and what you may have coming forward here this year. Tell us a little bit about that scrimmage at Belmont.
We were excited. It was the first chance to go play somebody else. And anytime there's people in the stands, there's officials, there's all of us all on one side, it's a good opportunity to kind of see where we're at. We say a lot that players do what coaches emphasize. And so we're not going to do everything real well. But, you know, what we've emphasized the most, we wanted to see the most out of. Unselfish play, sprinting the floor, diving on the floor for loose balls, playing as hard as we can, being great teammates on the bench and on the floor. And really, really impressed with the way that we came out. Kind of pleasantly surprised at the way that we executed on offense. But overall, it was kind of a good chance to see where we're at. Obviously, we've got a lot of things to work on, but definitely some positives. I thought we shared the ball really well. We had 17 assists to 10 turnovers, which is a really good ratio to have. 17 assists on 35 made field goals, so about 50% of our made field goals were assisted. More specifically, we are working on a transition offense, and I thought that looked really good. We want to push the ball as much as possible. You know, we hold our guys accountable to they have to cross half court in 3 seconds or less once we get possession of the basketball. At the same time, you got to kind of understand what we want. You can't just, you know,
Haphazardly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just sprint the floor, you know, mindlessly. Right. So I thought our stagger action was really good, and our ball movement out of that was good. We shot 36% from three, and I think that's a really high percentage. You know, we want three, we want key, and we want free, which means we want to get to the free throw line, we want to get around the rim in the key, in the paint, and we want three-point shots and three-point makes. And so with those things, I think offensively we executed pretty well. We know that we've got a long way to go. Yeah. Defensively, we got to guard without fouling a little better. We got out-rebounded by 11 on the boards. We worked on that, and we'll continue to work on that and clean that up. But it was a good chance to get some things on film, a good chance to kind of see where we're at and where we need to focus on as we kind of move towards preparation week for East Noble.
Now you do, if you wouldn't mind, we do have Issac Farnsworth in here with us tonight. Why don't you introduce him and let us a little know about Issac.
Absolutely. Issac's a junior for us. Really has worked hard in the offseason to expand his role. And also, the thing I like best about Issac, and I say this just about every time I get a chance to introduce him, he's a great ambassador of our program. You know, I hear from students, from teachers all the time how positive he is in the hallways, how he is in the classrooms, in the cafeteria. Just a guy who's an energy giver and not an energy taker. And so that's that epitomizes what we want in a Snyder basketball player.
So let's bring in Issac and hear from Issac. Issac, welcome to Take 3.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about what your progress and what you worked on over the summer, getting ready for your junior year, now your second year at Snyder basketball.
Over the summer, it's a lot of games, a lot of work, lifting, shots up, and then I focused on my athleticism part of the game. So I got in with some trainers and worked on that a bunch. And then when we were with our team in mid-July, it's just all about getting that chemistry back and focus on what we need to do to get better.
What any personal? What personally did you work on in your game, just specifically?
Shots, and shots. You know, until your arm about to fall off.
That's right.
And then go do it some more.
Now, looking into this 2018-19 season, you're going to be one of the leaders here for Snyder basketball in your junior year. How much pride and what do you take out of that from Coach Rosh giving you some of that leadership?
It's a blessing, really, and it's a good feeling because it's an accomplishment of how much work I put in.
Yes.
So it's good to see that come out. And, you know, we've gotten a bunch of new players, and they're fitting in real well. Chemistry is great, and we're just a totally well-rounded team. So we're going to win a lot of games. I can tell you that now. And to carry ourselves through that, winning humbly, it's just going to be great.
That's outstanding stuff right there, Issac Farnsworth. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight. Coach, moving into the 2018 season, you got a big one coming up next week to open the season with East Noble. A lot of experts think they're one of the top players in Northeast Indiana, especially in 4A. What do you know about them? I don't want to give the game plan up,
Right.
but what's your thoughts going into the East Noble game?
It's a really nice group. This essentially is their year. They've got a couple senior players who have been there for a while, in Ali and Brent Cox, that know the game, know how to win. I think they're really well coached, and that's the thing. I mean, they went 21-3 last year, returning their best players who have improved, and they've got an Akron signing now, and Ali. So we've got our work cut out for us. We got a chance to see them play on Tuesday, and they run their stuff really well.
Yeah.
They're a good motion offensive team. They share the ball really well. So, and when it's our first game out, so they're going to have some things cleaned up. So, we want to really focus on just outworking them, take things away, muddying up the game inside, getting to the board, sprinting the floor, playing our game. But at the same time, we take pride in our scouting and our ability with matchups and taking away some of their strengths as well.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another edition of Take 3. I'd like to thank head coach Jeremy Rosh, Issac Farnsworth. Of course, you could check us out, Comcast Channel 54, Verizon Channel 24, and of course, SnyderBasketball.com. Until next week, we'll talk to you later.